Hello, Rhonda here, bringing you part 3 of March Madness, keeping in mind that as we move along through the month of March, that the exercises are becoming a little bit more challenging. The exercises continue to be a work in progress for me. Just make sure you listen to your body. I'm going to be showing as many modifications, variations that I can, but also trying to keep it classical. Let's get started with day 17 of March Madness. The exercise is called shoulder bridge. I'm going to show you the modification of the exercise first. So go ahead and pop your feet about hip bone distance apart. Roll your spine on down. Bring your arms down by your side. Keep the shoulders wide. You're going to lift up into a bridge. You're going to stretch one leg long up towards the ceiling. And then you're going to lift and lower the leg. You're lowering the leg about to the point where it's even with your opposite thigh. A couple more. And then go ahead and set that foot down. Reach the opposite leg up towards the ceiling. And then lift and lower. Keeping those hips level on both sides. And roll your spine on down. Now moving into the more advanced version of bridge, you're going to lift your hips up and then you're going to place your hands at the sides of your hips. You're going to reach one leg up towards the ceiling and then you're going to lift and lower with your hands supporting your hips. Keep your abs engaged and the torso reaching out of the shoulders throughout the exercise. Let's move on to the other side. Reach and lower and lift. Keep the hips level and parallel to the ground. Release your hands, arms come down by your side and roll your spine on down. Roll on up. Moving into day 18 of March Madness is spine twist. You're going to flex your feet, sit up nice and tall, draw the abs in. It's like you have a string pulling you up from the crown of your head or the top of your head. Bring your arms out to the side, shoulders relaxed. Take an inhale, exhale, pulse, pulse over to one side. Inhale, exhale, pulse, pulse over to the other. So as you're rotating from one side to the other, you're also trying to keep those feet nice and still. Keep those arms wide. Chin parallel to the ground. One more in each direction. All right, now moving into day 19 of March Madness. Jackknife. These are one of those exercises that are a work in progress for me. Very advanced exercise. So arms down by your side, shoulders away from your ears. Firm arms onto the mat. You're going to reach both legs up toward the ceiling. The legs are zipped. So you're going to take an inhale, exhale, bring the legs up and over as if you were going to do roll over. Lift the legs towards the ceiling with that long spine. Roll down while keeping the legs as high as possible. Keep the core engaged and supported throughout the exercise, and do not roll past the top of the shoulder blades. Anchor your arms into the mat as you roll up and maintain the contact as you roll down. Release that lower back by rocking your knees from side to side. And roll on up. Moving into day 20 of March Madness is side kick. Lie on your side with your hips stacked and shoulders stacked. With a flexed foot, flex 2 times forward and sweep the leg back with a pointed foot. Keep the shoulders and the hips lined up throughout the exercise. Go ahead and come over to the other side. Hip stack, shoulder stack. I'm trying the advanced arm positioning here. Oops, if you fall, just go ahead and pick yourself right up. I think I'll go back to the standard positioning of the arms. Moving on to day 21 is teaser. Let's go ahead and lay down on our backs. So engage those abs, shoulders are wide. Bring the legs in tabletop position. You're gonna inhale those arms up towards the ceiling. Another big breath here. Exhale. Stretch the legs at a 45-degree angle. And then tuck and roll down one vertebra at a time. Good. Big inhale as the head lands. Stretch those legs long. Tuck and roll on down. Roll down while trying to keep the legs in the same position. Take a big inhale. Roll down slowly, bone by bone, with control. Now moving into day 22, hip twist. I'm going to show you the modified version of hip twist first. So go ahead and come onto your forearms, palms facing down. Engage those abs, stretch those legs long, zip up the legs, and you're going to circle your legs 3 times in one direction. And then reverse the direction. Now moving into the more advanced version of the exercise. Nice and wide through the chest. Bring your hands behind you. Stretch both legs long. And then circle the legs down, up, and around. Keep your legs together. And reverse 3 times in each direction. Keep your shoulders rolled back and away from your ears. Moving into day 23, swimming. Let's go onto our stomachs. As you're prone, you want to make sure your hip bones are anchored onto your mat and your abs and glutes are engaged. Stretch both arms long out in front of you, shoulders away from your ears. You're going to lift the right arm and the left leg, then the left arm and the right leg. And then when you're ready, start picking up the pace. And then maybe even move in a larger range of motion. Keep your head in line with your neck and your upper back. Four, three, two, and one. Let's do a little back release before we move on to our last two exercises. Stretch in a child's pose. Stretch out that back, get length in the spine. Moving on to day 24 of March Madness, our leg pulls. We're going to start off with leg pull front. Come into a high plank position. Wrist in line with elbow, in line with shoulder. You're going to stretch one toe long towards the opposite side of the room as that supporting leg comes into dorsiflexion. Keep that perfect plank position. The abs and glutes are engaged throughout the whole exercise. One more on each side. Stretch out in child's pose. Now moving into leg pull back. Go ahead and stretch both legs long. Sit up nice and tall. You're going to slide your fingertips right by your glutes. Take an inhale to lift those hips up. And you're going to pulse one leg up and then the other. Trying to keep that upper body stable. Hips even. Try to avoid wobbling the torso. One more on each side. That's it for part 3 of March Madness.